Hello, students. How are you? This is a pleasure to be with you again. This time we are going to study the future tense, the future time. And we are going to study the use of will and the use of be going to. So I hope you like this class and you have to go to the platform and look for the file about this content and to start working. I'm going to give you some guidelines on the WhatsApp group. This time we're going to start with the use of the future tense. Look at this example, okay? Future time. When, what do you think do we have to put in the lines? When is he going to study? When is he going to study? Now this. They will be moving in a few weeks. They will be moving in a few weeks. Now look at this example. They are going to have a picnic in the park this afternoon. They are going to have a picnic in the park this afternoon. So expressing future time with be going to and will. Look at these examples. I am going to get married in 1 hour. I am going to get married in 1 hour. B. I will get married in 1 hour. I will get married in 1 hour. Look at the structure here. We have to put I'm going to plus the verb, okay? The same case here. We put will then get married, okay? Exercise C. Look at this example. Mayor is going to get married in 1 hour. Mayor, exercise D, example D. Mayor will get married in 1 hour. So look, A, B have the same meaning. I'm going to get married in 1 hour. I will get married in 1 hour. They have the same meaning. Here too, C and D. Mayor is going to get married in 1 hour. Mayor will get married in 1 hour. They have the same meaning. So will and be going to often, pay attention, often have the same meaning. Okay, not always, but often. Remember, often is not the same as always. Remember that. I shall get married in 1 hour. Shall is also used to express future, okay? But it is for formal situations and it is less frequent, okay? We shall get married in 1 hour. So the use of shall, it is infrequent and formal, okay? Formal. Now, 3.2 forms with the verb with be going to. Remember, you have to conjugate the verb be into the different forms. For example, is, are, and am. Remember that. Be you have to conjugate it in the different forms depending on the personal pronoun that you are using. If you are using it, you have to use is. If you are using he, she, or it, you have to use also is. But if we have we, they, or you, we have to use are. Okay? And what about I? I am. Okay? Now look at this example. It is going to snow again tomorrow. It is going to snow again tomorrow. His mother is going to be His mother is going to be 65 years old tomorrow. His mother is going to be 65 years old tomorrow. Why is here? Because we are using the subject his mother. His mother, his mother is going to be 65 years old tomorrow. Next examples. His mother is going to be 65 years old tomorrow. Her family, her family, her family is going to have a party. Her family is going to have a party. Look, this is incorrect. Her family is going to harvest, not harvest. Remember, we have to put the verb here in the base form, okay? Have, do, work, study. You don't have to conjugate the verb after the words going to. The verb remains the same. Have, study, do, drink, dance, play, call, or whatever, okay? So this sentence here is incorrect. What about when we are going to do questions? Look, am I? We have to put the verb be at the beginning. Remember, for questions, the verb be at the beginning plus the subject plus going to plus complement, okay? And that question mark. Am I going to go to the party? Is he going to go to the party? Yes, he is. No, he isn't. It depends, okay? Is she going to go to the party? Is Maria going to go to the party? Okay? Are they going to go to the party? Are you going to go to the party? Are we going to go to the party? Yes, we are. Yes, they are. No, they aren't. Okay, it depends. Okay, the answer is going to depend on the question. Remember that. Remember this formula. Question. To do questions, we have to put the verb be at the beginning, the subject, that can be a personal pronoun, can be a name, plus going to, plus the complement. You have to practice that. Practice that. Okay, now negative, okay? How do you construct sentences in negative? Well, we have to put the word not after the verb be. I'm not going to go to the party. He is not going to go to the party. She is not going to go to the party. They are not going to go to the party. We are not going to go to the party. You are not going to go to the party, okay? Always the word not after the verb be. You don't have to put not after going or after go, no. After the verb be. It depends. You can also contract here, okay? If you want, he isn't going to go to the party. She isn't going to go to the party. They aren't going to go to the party. It depends if you want to contract these words. So the formula is this. Verb be. Firstly, you have to put the subject, okay? The subject. Subject plus verb be plus not plus going to plus complement, okay? Subject, verb be plus not plus going to plus complement, okay? Always remember that. If you have to watch this video several times, you can watch it to grasp or to understand this topic very well. And if you have any questions, you can also write to me and I will answer you as soon as possible, okay? Exercise E. Come on, we're gonna go to the party. Come on, we're gonna go to the party. You see, this is an informal way to say going to, okay? But this is informal situations. You have to use gonna when you speak. an informal situation. When you write, you have to write correctly. You have to write going to, not gonna, okay? Gonna is informal and is for speaking situations. So, be going to becomes gonna when you have informal situations and not usually written, okay? When I say written, I'm referring to academic writing. For example, when you write a composition, when you write a paragraph, in academic situation, you have to write correctly. Of course, you can write gonna when you are chatting with your friends, when you are chatting with a person that you know and you have uh, certain trust, okay? So, grab this, okay? Next examples. Be going to. Let's practice now. I want you to practice there where you are watching this video. Be going to, we eat. How do you feel this line? Take some time to do it. You have to use this and use this. What are we going to eat for dinner? What? Probably the man is asking her. What are we going to eat for dinner? Practice this, people, please. Practice this. You can practice it in written way or you can practice it in your mind. You can practice in your mind. Practice this in your mind in order to develop fluency, to develop this skill, people. When the teachers or professors are teaching you something, it is not only for the moment, remember. This is for forever because you are going to be a professional in English. So you have to try to think in English. And don't do these practices only because I'm asking you to do it. No, you have to practice this because you want to learn. And it is not obligatory. You have to do it by yourself. You have to take the initiative to do it. Okay? Remember that. Next example. Be going to and you paint. This is the verb paint. So what color? You have to use this subject. What color are you going to paint your living room? You see? What? Remember, this is a question. What color are you going to paint your living room? Remember, verb be, subject, going to, plus verb, plus complement. Next example. Be going to and bark. Look at the picture too. Be going to bark. Bark is the verb and the subject. So, what is the question? If it is a dog, you have to use the verb be. Is that dog going to bark all day? Is that dog, this is the subject, remember, is that dog going to bark all day? Next, forms with will. Now we're going to talk about will, okay? Remember, we're talking about be going to construct sentences in future, and also we are going to study will, okay? Dinner will be ready in 1 hour. Dinner will be ready in 1 hour. Dinner, okay? Dinner. Statement. I, you, she, he, it, we, they will be home next week. What are some common expressions that we use to refer to future? Okay, remember that. Next week, next month, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, next year, tonight, and so on, okay? Negative is the same. You have to put the word not after the auxiliary will. I will not be home next week? I You will not be home next week. She will not, he will not be home next week. She will not be home next week. Or if you want to contract will not in won't, you can do it. Remember, it's the same. Will not is the same as won't. This is a construction form, okay? This is in negative. What about question? It's the same. You have to use the word will at the beginning of the question. Will I be home next week? Will I be home next week? Will you be home next week? Will she be home next week? Will he be home next week? Will it be home next week? Will they be home next week? And in that way we can construct different answers. Okay, now the answers. Short answer: yes, I will. Yes, you will. Yes, she will. It depends. Okay, if the question is about she, then the answer is going to be about she too. Yes, she will. Will he be home next week? No, he won't. Or no, he will not. It's the same, okay? Want and will not is the same. So these are the different short answers that you are going to use depending on what is the question about, okay? So the contractions. How do you contract I plus will? In this way. I'll, okay? You pronounce it this way. I'll. Practice. Practice, please. I'll. Next. How do you contract she plus will? She'll. She'll. Practice. She'll. Next. He plus will. He'll. 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 The tip of your tongue must be touching almost the alveolar ridge. We will. Will. You'll. You'll. They'll. They'll. Okay? Pronouns plus will in speech and formal writing, okay? So it means that you're not going to use contractions when you are writing, okay? You are going to use the pronoun plus will in speech and formal writing, okay? Contractions. Bob plus will, bubble, bubble. The doctor plus will, the doctor, the doctor. Noun plus will, usually only in speech, okay? Contraction: she'll get married in an hour. She'll get married in an hour. Look at the contraction. Next, they will probably go to the party. They will probably go to the party. Contraction: they'll probably go to the party. They'll probably go to the party. Contraction: his mother is going to be 65 years old tomorrow. His mother is going to be 65 years old tomorrow. His mother'll be 65 years old tomorrow. His mother'll be 65 years old tomorrow. The Ortegas will probably move into their new home next week. The Ortegas, okay, the family Ortega, the Ortegas will probably move into their new home next week. I will finish my homework. Okay, a problem here. Okay, when do we use will? We use will when we are talking about assuredness, okay, about the future. When you are sure about the future, we have to use will in this situation. For example, this girl is sure she's going to finish her homework tonight. That's why she says, I will finish my homework tonight. It expressing sureness about the future. I'm going to finish my homework tonight. Okay? It is for certain that she's going to finish her homework tonight. That's why she's using or she is expressing that using those sentences. So when you are 100% sure that you are going to do something, you have to use one of these uh, expressions. Okay? Will or be going to. Sure. Fact. A fact. What is a fact? If you don't know what is a fact, please use a dictionary and look for that word. That word. Sureness about the future. Alex will probably finish his homework. Alex will probably finish his homework. Alex is probably going to finish his homework. So pay attention to the word probably, okay? Probably. It is not a 100. It is almost 100, but not, okay? So it is almost 90% sure, okay? So you use probably when you are about 90, 90% sure, okay? Helping verb probably. So what is the helping verb? What is the helping verb? The helping verb is will plus or is, okay? Plus the word probably. Now look at this. Alex probably won't finish his homework. Alex probably won't finish his homework. Alex probably isn't going to finish his homework. These sentences are in affirmative or negative? Tell me. Alex probably isn't going to finish his homework is in negative, and the first sentence is also in negative. Let's continue. So it is 90% sure. Okay? 90%. So probably plus the helping verb when the verb is negative. Okay? Is the contrary. Look at this. Look at this and pay attention. When you are talking about a positive, you use the helping verb in front of probably. When you are using it in negative, probably goes in front of the word negative, okay? So let's continue. Now, if you want, you can write some sentences on your notebook and practice this. Write some similar sentences to this in order to practice, people. You can stop the video and do it. Well, sureness about the future. Lee may quit his job. May, remember, is another modal. Is a modal. May, pudiera. Okay? It's about possibilities. Lee may quit his job. Lee may not quit his job. So it is 50% sure. Okay? It is in the middle, 50% sure. Okay? Speaker is guessing. What is guessing? Okay? If you don't know what is guessing, please look it up in a dictionary, people. I'm not going to tell in Spanish what is that. 50% you use may. May quit his job or Lee may not quit his job. Lee is the name of the man, okay? Maybe Lee will quit his job. Or maybe, and maybe he won't. Maybe Lee is going to quit his job. And maybe he isn't. It's not the same, people. Remember, may is a modal, okay? A modal here. Lee may quit his job. And look at this, it's almost the same, but it isn't, okay? Maybe, tal vez, maybe Lee will quit his job. And maybe he won't. So it is 50% sure. Maybe Lee is going to quit his job. And maybe he isn't. So they have the same meaning, people, okay? Maybe plus will, or maybe plus be going to may have the same meaning, okay? They have the same meaning. So how sure? Let's practice. I will probably finish my homework. I will probably finish my homework. It is 100%, 90%, or 50%. It is 90%. Remember that when we are using probably, it is 90%. Next example. I will make spaghetti for dinner. I will make spaghetti for dinner. This is 100%, 90%, or 50. It is 100%. Next example. Maybe it will snow again tomorrow. Maybe it will snow again tomorrow. It is 50% because we are using the word maybe. Yeah. They are going to be friends forever. They are going to be friends forever. Now, 3.5. Be going to versus will. You are going to enjoy this great meal. You are going to enjoy this great meal. You will enjoy this great meal. You will enjoy this great meal. So A and B have the same meaning. They have the same meaning. But what about C? I made this food because we are going to have a party. I made this food because we are going to have a party. So it is about a plan. It is a plan. You see, I made this food because we are going to have a party. So it is a plan. So in this case, we have to use be going to and not will. No will. Because we use be going to express or to talk about future plans. When we are talking about future plans, we have to use be going to, not will. Next example. I will help you wash the dishes. I will help you wash the dishes. So in this case, it is a present moment decision. When you make a decision at the moment, you have to use will, okay? We have to use will. Not be going to because it is not a plan. It is something that only just happened at the moment. For example, if someone is knocking at the door at this moment, and I say, "Oh, someone is knocking at the door," then my sister or my brother says, "Oh, I will open it." That's a decision that you make at the moment of speaking. Let's practice. Another example: be going to or will. If you need this, I. It is a plan. It is a decision at the moment. What do you think, people? It is a decision that she's making at the moment. So it is will and not be going to. This is not a plan. If you need this, I will buy it for you. So it is a decision that you make at the moment of speaking. Next, be going to or will. It says, I go to college in England. It is a plan or it is a decision at the moment? It is a plan, so we have to use I'm going to. I'm going to. What about this? What do you think, people? It is going to be another beautiful sunset, and it'll be another beautiful sunset. Okay, in this case, we can use both auxiliaries. Okay, in this case, when we are talking about something about nature. So people, now I'm going to explain to you the different practices that you are going to develop in order to learn more about this interesting topic, future tense. So people, these are the document or file that you have to download on the platform. This is chapter 3 about the future time, and there you will find different more profound explanations about uh, what I explained on the video. Okay, there you will find so more information that will give you more opportunities to learn this topic perfectly. Okay, read everything. Read, please, people. If you don't want to read, you have to read. Okay, read, people, please. Take advantage of time. There you will find different explanations. Okay, about the question, how to make questions, how to do the negative, and the different things, and the use of gonna. This be going to is more common in speaking and informal writing than informal writing. In informal speaking, it is sometimes pronounced gonna. Gonna is not usually a written form. That's what I explained to you. Now you have here some exercises, people, exercises, and I want you to develop them. These exercises are not going to be for grading, okay? No grade for this. This is something for you. This is something that you have to do by yourself. You have to develop the different exercises, and you have to develop them on your notebook, okay? Notebook. Develop these exercises on your notebook, and for example, here there are some exercises that you don't have to do it because they have to be done in groups of two, I think. Yes, if you want to practice these exercises, you these pair exercises you have to practice them with a classmate. Okay, for example, Michelle, if Michelle wants to practice with Sielenis or Joel or whoever, you can do it. Practice, people. You have the time to develop them. You have to put yourself in these exercises in order to develop them. And next Monday, we are going to see the different answers to these exercises, and you are going to check if you did it good or not. Okay? But please practice, practice, and practice. Okay, exercise 4 is a review of verb forms about past, present, and future. It is so that exercise 4 is not necessary. Yes, you can do it if you want, but the emphasis is going to be put on the exercise 6, exercise 7, where you are going to practice what I explained. Exercise 6 and 7. Remember, this is for you. This is not for grading. Okay, people? If you don't want to do it, that's your decision. But when you are going to be graded, probably a second partial test, then you have to know these topics. So you are going to develop them. Next Monday, you are going to see the different answers. Yeah, and you are going to check if you did it good or not. But you have to do it. You have time. You have the afternoon, these 4 hours to practice and practice. Remember, you are going to be a professional in English, and you have to make an effort. Okay, this is the chart about the sureness about the future. It says 100% sure. This is what I explained. If you need to read this, read it, please, people. Read. You are as a student, you need to read every day. Every day you need to read about English, any topic. Read and read. Don't waste time listening to music in Spanish. Take that time to practice English, to listening to music in English. Okay? You have to create good habits regarding your career. Okay? Look the exercise 8, the sureness about the future. Okay? Practice this. When I was a student, I had to do not only listen, people. When I was a student, the professor didn't give me only 2 or 3 pages or 8 or 10 pages. No, she always gave us one complete chapter. Okay, one chapter complete. And imagine the chapter has more or less 50, 60, 70 pages. And we had to do it at home, not only 5 or 6. I always give you 6, 7, 8. So I'm treating you well for you to do it. Okay? Look, the exercise 9, you can do it with a classmate. Let's see. This for it says for each situation, predict what will probably happen and what probably won't happen. Include probably in your prediction. You can do it this alone by yourself. Okay. Exercise 10. You can develop it with a classmate. Who's going to visit an interesting place soon? Where are you going to go? You can practice. Tell your classmate, hey, let's practice the exercise 10. Hey, Elisa, let's practice exercise 10. And you can do it. Now you have WhatsApp. You send a WhatsApp. Who's going to visit an interesting place soon? Who's going to stay home tonight? Who's going to go out this evening? And then you practice orally. Orally. If you don't want to write, practice orally. Okay? Sureness about the future. It says directions. Answer the question using will, be going to, or may. Include probably or maybe as appropriate. Work in pairs. This exercise is going to be developed in pairs. For example, on Wednesday, I'm going to practice with Joel the exercise 11. How much time does it take to practice this? It could take you more or less 10 minutes to practice this. 10 minutes a day only. So you can practice, people. Do it. Remember, this is not going to be for grade, but it is for your convenience, for your learning, people. So people, let's stop here. If you okay, till page 64, okay? 64. From the beginning, sorry, chapter 6, chap so since the beginning till page 64. You have all this week, all this afternoon to practice and practice and practice, people. If you have any question, you can let me know. You let me know on the WhatsApp group, okay? And I will answer you as soon as I can. Okay? Have a nice time and let's practice.